The Digitrak F2 locating system is used in horizontal directional drilling operations. The system consists of a handheld receiver, a transmitter, a remote display with battery and cable power options, a battery charger system. This audio-visual training module provides information on each F2 system component: the receiver, transmitter, remote display, and the battery charger. Later, it is followed by a step-by-step training section, the locating section, which explains important locating terms and gives step-by-step locating instructions, and the target steering function, receiver. The F2 receiver is a handheld unit used for locating and tracking the F2 transmitter. On the exterior, the F2 receiver consists of a display screen, handle with grip, a trigger switch, battery compartment, battery status indicator, a boot and front panel. Turning on the receiver, hold in the trigger for 1 second and then release it. You will hear a short beep followed by a long beep. The first screen you will see is the warning screen. Click trigger to checkbox and advance to self-test. I acknowledge that I have read and understand the operator's manual. The following screen will display indicating a successful self-test. Contact DCI customer service before proceeding. The startup screen will automatically appear after the self-test. Note the regional designation number shown inside the globe icon should match that shown on the transmitter. From the startup screen, click the trigger to continue to the locate mode screen when the receiver is not detecting a transmitter. Turning off the receiver. To turn off the unit, from the default locate mode screen, click the trigger once to go to main menu. Then click once more to go to the power icon. Then hold the trigger and for at least 1 full second, you will hear 4 long tones as the unit turns off. Automatic shutdown. The F2 receiver will shut down if no trigger action and no transmitter signal are detected for 15 minutes when the receiver is in locate mode. Height above ground, HAG, menu. The height above ground, HAG, function allows you to program a height measurement into the receiver so that you do not have to set the receiver on the ground for a depth reading. The default setting for the HAG function is off. Before accessing the HAG menu to turn on or set the HAG, you should measure your desired HAG. To do so, hold the receiver comfortably at your side and measure the distance from the bottom of the receiver to the ground. From the locate mode screen, click the trigger once to go to main menu. The first option on the main menu is HAG, which is highlighted. Click the trigger and hold for a second to go to HAG menu. When the HAG menu is accessed, the first screen that appears shows either the default HAG value, 1 feet 12 inch, or the value that was most recently set. To accept the value, hold in the trigger for a second. You will hear the confirmation signal, 4 short beeps, and the check mark will appear next to the setting. To indicate the HAG has been successfully turned on, the screen now shows the default locate screen. The receiver must be held at this height for accurate depth readings. To change value for the HAG setting, from the locator screen, click trigger once to go to main menu. At the HAG icon, hold in the trigger to go to HAG menu. Click the trigger twice to get a question mark suggesting change in HAG value. Here hold in trigger to get to the default value. Now click trigger repeatedly to get the desired value. Hold in to accept. A check mark appears on screen followed by 3 short beeps. New HAG value has been set. The screen goes back to the default locator screen. The receiver must be held at this height during locating for accurate depth measurements.